It was the last day of our visit on the beautiful city of Sydney, and this is how I spent it. I woke up early, I went up to the top level, which is where the gym was, and I did some workout. I started with a half an hour cardio, just running on a treadmill, and after half an hour, my body was truly warmed up and I was sweating. After that, I sort of went to the weights. I grabbed a couple of weights and I did a combination of lifting up weights, one arm, two arms, simultaneous arms. So it was really great to get my body pumped up and get this muscle nice and tight. It wasn't the end of it. I also went down on my back and I did a couple of sit-ups, which helps me to have these six packs. After a beautiful workout, I left the gym and I went to the lifts. I waited for the lifts to come up. Once the lifts come up, I went down to level 17, which is where our hotel room was. I went back to the room, I had a shower, and after having a shower, I then decided to have a breakfast. After breakfast, we start packing, and after we have all our bags packed and ready to go, we took our bags down to the reception and we ended up leaving the bags at the reception as our flight was not until later. So we wanted to lift our bags to the reception and come back to grab it later on when we were going to the airport. We went along Sydney Harbour and we walked along Sydney Harbour. Contrary to the other days, the weather wasn't as sunny. I think Sydney knew that we were leaving and was a little bit sad and was crying and didn't have any dry sunny day. It was cloudy but still not raining, which was okay. So it's still good enough for a little stroll along Sydney Harbour there and also the Opera House. After the little stroll we had, we then decided to go have something to eat. We found a Vietnamese restaurant not far from where the hotel was. We then had a bit of a lunch, and then after the lunch we walked back into the hotel, grab our bags and walk to the train station where we used the Opal card. I had the Opal card. I saw where Opal card works like Mikey in Melbourne. So you top up with money and then you tap on and then tap off whenever you're going. But in Sydney, you can also use your credit card to pay for your ticket. You just pretty much swipe your credit card or your debit card, and if there's money there, you pay that way for the ticket. So you don't have to have an Opal card. Like in Melbourne, you have to have a Mikey card to use our transport system. A little bit different, but works. Once we got into the train, we went all the way to the Sydney airport. We then got off there, went through security, and then went to our waiting room. Our flight was called. We all went in, showed our tickets, went in, and found our seats inside the airplane. Once we sat, not long after that, the airplane took off, and off in the air we were. Not long after we got into the air, once we reached Victoria soils, it was night and it was dark, but it was still looks pretty good. Melbourne looks pretty good from up there, top up there. Once we landed, again went through security, went to grab our bags, where they were sort of standing. We went to grab our bags. After we found our bags and grabbed it, we then walked out and went to the car park trying to find our car that we left 5 days earlier. So it was a bit of a challenge to remember where we left the car in a massive car park, and it was dark and cold. Eventually we found the car, and then off we went home, went back to our lives, went back to our house, our dogs, and back to reality, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed these 5 episodes and 5 days and our visit to Sydney. And if you have enjoyed that, I'm pretty sure. If you have missed episode 1, make sure to hit me up on this here. We'll be coming up to episode 1. Or if you prefer, you can hit me up on this video here, which is the video YouTube believe is better suitable for you. When my face appears here, hit on it, hit on the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my very next adventure.